1st of June and I was just going through all my accounts, totting up how many books I sold last month and all that, and I went on Amazon to get a link and I realised suddenly again there is an Audible format for the Briar Crown and Appleseeds in the Snow. So I went onto Amazon, I clicked on that and I went onto Audible and I checked that and they were both back. Thank goodness. I don't know what happened, but they're back. All my ratings have disappeared and reviews. That's not good. So, if you've rated them before or reviewed them before and wouldn't mind doing so again, I would be very grateful. So back to square one when it comes to ratings and reviews on Audible, but I guess that's what happens when your books are taken down from a platform. You lose all that build-up recognition you had. But at least they're there, back on the biggest selling audiobook platform that there is. So, that's one thing I can stop worrying about. Hello, I am coming to you today from the inside of my new audio booth. It is done. We're just waiting for the last few wires to get the final connection and then the office is sorted. I look really orange in this light. Oh well. I can't start recording yet because it is the summer holidays and so there are children around all the time. I've actually had to come and lock myself in the sound booth to come and do this. So what have I been doing? I was hoping to get out and about and really show you like some of the Norwegian countryside, but it has been raining a lot this July? What month are we? July. We haven't really been going out as much as maybe we would have. So I have been spending time with the family, just playing, doing some hobbies, and yeah, I have been writing. Well, not writing, I've been doing planning. It's very difficult to write when everyone is home, especially when I don't have anything really, really well planned. And that is what I'm working on now. I'm getting the tidal helm planned. I have sent Semkoska 3 to my editor, so she has that. I will also be sending her the first book of my pen name series in August. That came back from the betas. I've revised it, so that is all ready to go to her. I have now sent book 2 of my pen name project to my beta readers. But I haven't booked that in with the editor yet, so not sure when that will come out. Haven't got the cover organised or anything for that. We're just going to see how it goes, because I've found in the past if I set a deadline, like, yeah, it's going to come out on this day, before I've had the edit done, before I have received a proof copy and stuff like that, I'm usually struggling right before the deadline. So I'm just going to take it a bit more easy this time. And as soon as I have any dates, then yeah, I will let you know, and then I will be driving. I'll be really pushing like the promotional stuff. But it will be nice if I can get these next 2 books planned, so the Tidal Helm and book 3 in my pen name series. If I can get them both planned, and then I can dive into them and write them. Reverterizing 3, yes, I'm writing that. It's coming along slowly, but bit by bit, it's coming along. Like I said, I think once I start recording Waking Ursa Minor and the Bastard Heirs, I will be a lot more inspired and I will want to get back into that world. So at the minute, I'm spending my energy and my limited time on something a bit easier rather than sitting and staring and banging my head against a brick wall because I can't think. So yeah, that's where we are now. Sorry I don't have much more for you at the minute. It is a slow month, but I'm looking forward to getting back into work as school starts again and work starts again. So we've been walking along what is normally a beach, but there's only this much of it this year because we've had so much rain. Normally the edge of the water's like way out there, and so we've had to come back inland a few times where we can't cross the tree roots or things because the water's come so close. So yeah, it's actually a nice day, so we've come out for a little bit of a walk on the lake, but I'm guessing the sandy beach is going to be completely covered in water, so we'll see how far we get. Lovely little fairy tale-esque bridge for you. You can see what inspires my writing sometimes when you see places like this. Can I have some? Thank you. As you can see, all along the route we're walking are these blueberry plants, and it just fill the forest everywhere. You can just pick them, eat them, they're delicious. My kids often just go out of the house, pick loads of blueberries round us, and that's what they're doing on our walk. They're just picking blueberries as and when they want a snack, which is fantastic. I am currently sat in the garage getting rid my old teaching things, so like all the qualification stuff, all my old resources. It's kind of painful because I put so much hard work into that for goodness how many years, and you know, really were tough times, but now it also feels good because that is not my life anymore. I am an author now, I am a narrator now, and it feels really good to be letting this go. That part of me that was stressed, that had way more imposter syndrome than I do now as a writer. I still get imposter syndrome as a writer, but the fact that I was standing up there every day trying to teach kids foreign languages and I felt like I should not be there at all, was making me physically ill, and it's kind of nice. I feel a lot lighter that I'm now letting it go. I should say though that the people I met doing the teaching courses and actually in schools were fantastic. It's not down to anybody I worked with. It's just personally me. I always said as a child the last thing I wanted to do with my life was to be a teacher. And so I studied languages at university, and as at that time you either went into politics or you went into teaching, and I went abroad for a few years teaching English as a foreign language. I started getting into teaching through that, and I was like, okay, I can teach English to foreigners, that's fine. But then, you know, it was quite a disruptive lifestyle. I wanted something more stable, and so it was suggested that I become a secondary school teacher. And yeah, it was not right for me, something that I said I never wanted to do, you know, and just so many aspects of my personality were not suited to that job. Teaching is a very hard job, and the people who do it and they stick with it are fantastic and shouldn't be underestimated. They have so much work to do. It is not just about standing there and teaching and marking a few books. And I think that was the side of it that just did it for me, as well as the behaviour management. You know, talk about a circus, trying to do all of these jobs at once. Teachers really do deserve more credit. They deserve way higher wages. You know, they're forming the minds of the future. But anyway, that's another topic. Needless to say, I'm glad I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm glad I'm chasing my dream of becoming an author. And yeah, thank you to my husband for pushing me, for finally getting rid of these files.
Og promper, nei, sorry, jeg er ikke god til mobbe, jeg også.
Jo, det var bra den!
Hva er det?
Ja, vi bare på sinnatryne.
Ja, det er gøy.
Og grisefjes.
Det er gøy.
Og bæsjemoji.
Ja, ta to.
It is the night before the 24-hour writing challenge that I have set myself. We've had a lovely day out and I'm just getting the final bits ready, so excuse my disheveledness. Why am I doing this 24-hour writing challenge, this absolutely insane task that I have set myself? Well, I have been in an editing phase recently, and often when I've been editing I'm not really writing, and I find it difficult to get back into actual writing and creative output again. Doesn't help that that coincided right with the summer holidays, because then I have usually less time, and if I'm not already in a creative routine at that point or in the middle of writing a book, I can kind of just be like, yeah, I'll wait until the kids are back at school or whatever. So I need something to kickstart that creative engine, and I've seen this hashtag 24-hour writing challenge going around on social media. I think that there's a challenge in June. I'm not quite sure when the actual date is. I don't have Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. But I'd seen other authors doing this on YouTube in the past, namely Kate Kavanagh, and was quite inspired by it. So I thought, and the opportunity came up to have the house to myself for just over a day, and I thought, yes, let's do this. I have a book planned. Sure, it could be tighter, but it's planned. I have my characters. It is the fourth book in the Zemkoska Chronicles, especially the last book in this sort of quartet around the Domanovs. So that's quite exciting and would be really good if I can get that written, because I would love to publish that spring next year, but I haven't written it yet. So that's a major problem. So this challenge does come with some caveats. I'm not doing a straight right for every hour for 24 hours with no sleep. I mean, the last time I pulled an all-nighter, I was in university. Sleep deprivation, as I have learnt from being a mum of small children, is not my forte. I like my sleep. So I am actually going to be taking a break. I will be working up to midnight, and then I will be sleeping for 5 hours, and then I will start again at 5 o'clock in the morning and carry on and make up those hours. Why not start a bit later? Well, partly because I have to get the house ready for my family to come back. And also there's this other kind of challenge of, oh, get up and write at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so yeah, 2 challenges in one. That would be quite fun. That's all I can say really. I don't have a specific word count. I'm just gonna try and get as much of this done as I can, and I will be doing some of it typing on my free write, which is charging. I will also be doing some of it via dictation. I haven't dictated in a long time, so I might be a little bit rusty with that, but I was thinking it might help with brain fog, or if I get really tired of writing, then I can move around and dictate whilst I'm moving around. Change of scenery, change of format, but I'm still getting the words done. So yeah, that's why I also don't have a word count goal, because sometimes when I dictate, I can go really fast. I can get a lot of words down. So we will just see. Some people who I've been talking about this with have said, yeah, you'll get 10k words. That's great for 24 hours. Some have said a crazy, yeah, you know, like the whole challenge, write a novel in 24 hours. What's that, 40,000, 50,000 words? That might be pushing it, but we'll see. It's all going to be great fun. I'm doing some lives on YouTube, so I do hope people will join me for that. Otherwise I might go a bit weird if I'm just stuck by myself the whole time. We start at 9 o'clock tomorrow, so I am gonna go have a nice chilled glass of rosé and relax and get a good night's sleep, if that's possible in this heat, before we get going tomorrow. They say these rocks behind me are actually part of a Viking burial site. Obviously it has been excavated and anything worth taking has been taken to the appropriate places or stolen, I don't know. But yeah, this is our local Viking burial ground, I guess, which is a little bit cool. So obviously they would have had the bodies and stuff under the stones. And yeah, maybe it's just a local legend, I don't know. Speaking of local legends, there's another one in this particular area by the lake. So, this rock, it is so big I can't actually get me and the rock into it, but this rock apparently there was a troll that lived on the top of the mountain, and one day he wanted, as all children enjoy, throwing stones into the lake, which is just there. Excuse my children's noise. And he was throwing stones in the lake, as people do, and he tried to throw this big boulder into the lake, but unfortunately Troll Boy didn't quite manage it. So it stayed there, and that is where it has been ever since. He wasn't far off though, I'll give him that. There it is, there's the lake, not far from where I'm stood, so you almost managed it, Troll. So we had a day out. We went to a soft play centre with the kids and treated them a bit with a toy shop visit. And now it is back to editing my vlog of the 24-hour write-a-thon, which was just crazy. So yeah, I did that this month. Please go watch that video to check out what all that was about and watch me, suffer. But yeah, I got all the clips together and I was taking bits off the live, and it was like 2 hours long. I've got some serious editing to do, so wish me luck.